Welcome to Excel video 9, the count function. Count, count A, count if, measuring your data. In this video, you will learn how to count data properly in Excel. Not just how many rows exist, but how many numbers, how many entries, and how many cells have met a specific condition. These are core workplace skills. So if you haven't already, open your workbook and go to the worksheet count and open that up so long. We're going to start with the count function. You'll see we have this little table here, and we are going to count how many cells are in this column within our table, obviously. So let's go to our count function here. We're going to go equals, type in count, tab, and we can count and highlight our cells that we want to count. Close our brackets, press enter, and you'll see now it says there's 3. But we know that there's 4 rows of data. Why has it done this? Well, count only counts cells with numbers. It ignores blanks and text. Therefore, we get in a result of 3. Blank cells don't count, as you can see. Text cells don't count. So if we type in text here, it stays 3. Only numeric values are counted. So let's change this to 500. You can see it's now become 4. Take this back out, becomes 3. Type in text, let's say you accidentally typed in mark there, it stays 3. Let's put in 500, it becomes 4. So the count function will count how many rows of data are in your selected column of the data you have selected. So let's go to the count A function. The easiest way to think of count A is count all. So count A counts anything that isn't empty. Text, numbers, and even errors. So the count A is great for counting how many employees you have, how many entries there are, or how many submitted forms there are. So let's go to the count A function. We go equals count A and tab. Sorry, I got mixed up there with my caps lock I hit by mistake. Let's try this again. Equals count A tab. So let's count everything here. Close our brackets, press enter, says 4. So let's go back to mark and let's make that text. You can see now the count function, which does not count text or blank spaces, becomes a 3, whereas count A stays the same. So let's go back here. The thing we're going to watch is the count goes back to 4. So that's basically our count A function. Now count if. This is a function that is used a lot in Excel. This is the powerful one. Count if lets you count based on a condition. So for example, let's go ahead and count under region how many cells are from the North region. So we go to our count if, go to this cell, go equals count if. Let's press tab to open it. Let's open our dialects box, and it says counts the number of cells within a range that meet the given conditions. So let's go ahead and select our range. We want to count these. Press enter, and the condition must be, let's put North. Let's go okay, and you can see it comes up and it counts. There are 2 cells here, or 2 rows of data that have north in them, there and there. So let's do another one and let's check south. So equals COUNTIF, tab, select our range, press enter, and let's meet our criteria of south. Let's click OK. So we've got 2 and 2. Let's use another example of COUNTIF. So let's just go here, and we go COUNTIF. Let's figure out all the sales above, say, 700. So this is pretty simple. We go equals COUNTIF, tab, function arguments. Let's go to our sales, because we want to count our sales, and we want to see what sales are greater than 700. And we've got 2, that one and that one. So if we go back here and we edit it and we say which ones are less than 700, we also have 2. So this is practically how your count function works, COUNTIF being the one that is used primarily and the most powerful of them. And COUNTIF is used to count things like late payments. Employees in one specific department. Say you've got a lot of different departments and you only want to find out how many employees are in a specific department. It can count which sales are above target, and it can also count missing entries. So, just to summarize this video, if sum equals sum tells you the totals of the cells selected, count tells you the quantity, and COUNTIF begins real data analysis. So just remember the difference between sum and count, and I'm emphasizing this because many people I've spoken to get confused between these. Sum totals the sum of a range of cells. Count only counts how many cells in a range. COUNTIF, that you can put a specific condition on, as we have learned, and that's basically your count function. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you in Excel for Work video 10.